Um, that's funny. So when we did Thief's theme in the first place, the way I had the Streets Disciple album set up at the time when we put out Thief's theme, and you know my style in April of 2004. And the original idea is that we had two other records that we were going to do in the summer. This is the first time that Nas would have put out an album in the summer since, I'm not sure if I.am did come out in the summer, but all of his albums kept coming out, from Nostradamus forward. Nostradamus, Stillmatic, Godson came out December 17th, 18th, 13th, like all right a couple weeks before Christmas. So we was like, you know what, we got no songs, let's go out with the album in the summer and change the way the album sounds, because even when Nas was making Stillmatic and Ether, I remember sitting there mastering while his first version of Ether was being mastered. He's like, yeah, this is that winter beef. Like when you're walking outside and you're cold and you're blowing smoke and you hear that boom boom shh, and like he was like, the beat sounds like the winter. So he actually tailored his album to sound like December. And that's why we said it in the song Thief's Theme. So on Thief's Theme, I intended it to sound like the summer of 2004. Rats drink from water drops, and even things he says in the record was directly about being hot, and the Peter Tosh references and everything else. The record was meant to come out in the summer. We put the record out. I remember we took it up to Flex, and that was there. But nobody said, you know what, that record's crazy. Like, we didn't get that feedback. We got, what's he doing? I remember a couple other rappers even pushing their album back and going, oh my God, he's going to come with this Thief's theme. Like, that's hard. He was in the video with the gold teeth doing push-ups. It was like, what's going on? And the first CD of the Streets Disciple album was all Thief's theme like. It was neither Savage, but it was also Serious with AZ, Talk of New York, a bunch of records that didn't come out, but it was really gritty. Then the second CD of Streets Disciple was meant to be The Wedding, War, Bridging the Gap, and all those other things. So, being that we'd never really got a real response from Thief's theme, the energy was there, but no one said anything. When he was making Hip Hop is Dead, let me see, Streets Disciple. Yeah, Hip Hop is Dead. First, the album was going to be called what he called the following album, the N-Word. But then they said, you know what, you're being facetious, you're doing a new deal, you're coming into a new situation, and the first thing you're going to do is make an album that nobody can sell after you just got a crazy check. Okay, cool. So he's like, okay, we're going to call it Hip Hop is Dead, the End. That's like the end of it. And then eventually he took the N off. So we had a record called The End that's only on the UK version of the album, etc. But when he called me when Will had the track for Hip Hop is Dead, he was like, Will kind of did a track. You gonna laugh when you hear it. Like, yeah. And then he took a verse I said Hip Hop is Dead, this and that. And he put it on this beat. But you gonna laugh when you hear it. And I was like, really? Okay, cool. Then when I heard it, I laughed because it was like, that was the irony. Like, Hip Hop is Dead. So I'm gonna just use the same beat that I used for Made You Look, which is Apache, and my last single, and use it again because it doesn't make a difference what I come out with. And it was kind of part of his sarcasm. And I wonder if Will even realized we'd already done that. I don't know, but either way, I mean, a lot of the samples at the time Will was using were things that other people had used, just doing it his Will way. But it was just really funny. I was like, okay, cool. So, and then everybody goes, oh man, I like Thief's theme better. Well, where were you when we put out Thief's theme? I don't know, just laughing. It was cool.